Living on the road has taught me one thing above all else. The lower your expectations, the better the trip will be. It's so easy to have lofty expectations for a place, and then when you finally visit, you're left disappointed. For many reasons, but maybe this reason the most, I'm happy to say I loved Romania. So much so that I would say it's Europe's most underrated country I've visited after nearly visiting them all. If you're new here, I'm Snyder, a full-time traveler from Kansas City who's on a mission to visit 100 countries. I've been chipping away at this goal for many years, but didn't commit to full-time travel until March of 2023. I share all my best adventures, travel hacks, and journeys that make my time on the road memorable. If you want to support my journey and increase the chances I can make a living doing what I love to do, please consider subscribing to my channel. Going into this trip, I knew next to nothing about Romania except that Dracula's from there. They have a history of stellar gymnasts.
What can you say? She's just unbelievable.
And Andrew Tate lives
I
there.
live in Romania now, right?
But I saw that it bordered Hungary, and after a weekend in Budapest with my brother, I decided it would be a logical country to continue my travels. And so I took a train to Timișoara, which happened to be Europe's cultural capital of 2023, and found myself in my 44th country.
So I'm in Romania. This is a country I never thought I'd find myself in, but I'm actually really excited to be here.
Timișoara is a beautiful city with a population of 300,000 people. I sort of was in a funk there after losing my hard drive, so I took it slow as one does in Timișoara. It's the kind of place with not a lot of tourist attractions, which is probably my favorite thing about it. I spent my time strolling through the parks along the river. Reading in said parks, and perusing the town square, admiring the variety of different architecture styles.
Timișoara is really nice. I think more people should come here.
Bruh.
But they probably won't. Yeah, the architecture's great, the people are really kind. Not really much bad to say about it. So if you're in the area, if you go to Budapest, you should go to Romania too.
Part of my schedule of moving from country to country means I don't get to do tons of research before I visit a country. I just look up a few things, see what interests me, and click book. Therefore, I didn't know much about Timișoara or Romania in general for that matter. I'm glad I didn't because this cozy city left me really content that I made the decision to come here. After a relaxing 3 days, I headed to the grocery store, stocked up on snacks, and made my way to the train station for a 7-hour journey to Sibiu, a town of just over 100,000 people in the heart of Transylvania. Now there's only one mode of transport I love more than planes: trains. So despite the gripes of locals about the inadequacies of their local rail system, I was delighted to find just how connected Romanian cities are by trains. I would have been happy to just look out the window at flat prairies for 7 hours, but it was during this train ride I realized just how beautiful the Romanian countryside is. After 7 quick hours, I arrived in Sibiu. The more random, the more memorable. That was the law with my time in Sibiu. You see, I only looked up best places to visit in Romania, saw Sibiu was in Transylvania, and that I could take a train there, and boom, I decided to visit. But it honestly was the best decision I could have made because I was blown away by the beauty of this town. The medieval feel, the people, and mostly the absence of tourists. I just felt cool to have been there and to have known to go there. made friends with the other people staying at the only hostel in town and explored the clock tower, which is also an art museum. Cost of entry, 74 cents. And after 3 days in Sibiu, I made my way through the windy roads back to the train station for a 3-hour journey to my final stop in Romania, Brasov. After Bucharest, Brasov is undoubtedly the most touristy place in the country, so I didn't have too high expectations, but I knew I wanted to visit. On the way to my final stop, I was blown away yet again by the beauty of the Romanian landscapes as we passed snow-capped peaks in the distance. I arrived in Brasov just before sunset and had just enough time to stroll around the city. It didn't take long for me to realize why it was sort of a touristy destination. This place is absolutely beautiful and I cannot recommend it enough. You can ski here in the winter, but in the summer it's equally as fun, with plenty of hiking trails and other outdoor activities to do. My time in Brasov wasn't much different than Timișoara and Sibiu in the sense that it was very slow-paced with no agenda other than exploring the city. My hostel was excellent, and I made great friends, shout out Lydia and Annie, and I found Brasov to be pleasantly unspoiled by mass tourism, as I thought it was going to be. On my final day, I was sad to be leaving. I packed up and headed out the door pretty early in the morning, with just enough time to squeeze in one more stop in Romania before I headed to my 44th country. Headed to visit Peles Castle, the better of the two castles near Brasov. Peles was perfectly on the way to Bucharest, where I'd catch my bus to Bulgaria. Unfortunately, due to a train delay, I didn't have time to hike all the way up the mountain and see the castle, so I opted for the monastery instead, which was impressive nonetheless. That visit in the books, I rushed down the mountain and headed to Bucharest to officially say goodbye to Romania. More than anything, Romania taught me the value of going into a trip without overreaching expectations. And to be honest, there are quite a few countries that I will visit in my life just to sort of check off, but along the way, I'll inevitably gain an appreciation for the places that don't get enough love. Between the landscapes, the medieval architecture, the food, and the people, my 44th country was solidified as one I can wholeheartedly recommend to others and look forward to the day I visit again. If you're still here, thanks for watching. It's you people who keep me going. A few side notes, I've been focusing more on short form content rather than long form, as my TikTok has had some strong growth. My account is linked in the caption below if you want to follow my adventures on a more day-to-day basis. Second, I intend to make more videos like this in which I show all of my travels in one country in one single comprehensive video, rather than daily travel style vlogs. And lastly, I'm going to commit to an upload schedule of one video every single Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Central. Subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for your support. This is only the beginning. Ciao.